against the #1 pound-for-pound woman in the world, Joanna Jędrzejczyk, champion in the black and gold, challenger in what?
And for Andrade, I feel like she's got to close the distance, try to catch her with a big shot, and perhaps take this fight to the ground.
She knows what she needs to do, Joe, but can she do it? Is she gonna stay in that range because of the moment? Or can she go out there and fight as she did in the last fight with Angela Hill, where she went with unrelenting pressure? There's a difference to saying it, but when you're in there, you gotta actually do it.
This is also a 5-round fight, and the question of how much weight she cuts to get down to 115 pounds will also come into play, and whether or not that affects her. She's caught her with the right hand. She's got to close the distance, though, because even at 115, she was short for 135.
Yes.
But against Andrade, excuse me, against...
Oh,
she clipped her.
That's the type of fight she has to make her fight. That type of fight. Because it's a brawl. It's not technical striking. Jędrzejczyk can technical strike all day.
Right.
You got to engage her in a brawl. It's your only chance.
Andrade, an absolute monster in the pocket, and she weighed in 114.5 pounds. She was one of the first few fighters to weigh in on Friday. And she could have had this title fight earlier as she lands again up top.
She is brawling for sure.
The moment she engages, you can see the difference in the strength between the two.
Absolutely.
And she's explosive, Andrade.
Yeah, she's a little bulldog.
See that mouse on the forehead of Joanna Jędrzejczyk, courtesy of that left hook from Andrade.
Wow, already.
Already, look at that.
Mouse. Wow.
Now, Jędrzejczyk has defended takedowns before in this division, but has she defended someone as strong as Andrade? Look at that.
Wow.
Just power to pick her up and throw her down.
But, again. Now she's got her on her back, legitimately. Very interesting.
Just over 3 minutes here to go in round one.
That
strong
is a
start.
Nasty welt on the forehead of Joanna.
But again, you have to be able to keep this pace for 25 minutes. Claudia Gadelha started strong against Jędrzejczyk, and eventually Joanna took over in the championship round.
And now Joanna's back up. And she hit her with an elbow and a nice knee to the body as well.
Joanna does a great job in here of framing and throwing elbows.
And there's another nice knee to the body. These are hard knees to the body.
One underhook here for Andrade in the clinch. Andrade a little bit wild with that right hand attempt. Just over 2 minutes now to go round one. And history has shown if you're trying to get Jędrzejczyk out of there, you really got to knock her unconscious. She keeps coming back, and as you mentioned, DC gets stronger as the fight goes on.
Yes, because she's fought 25 minutes over and over again and never slows down, especially when she's comfortable. At this range, she's very comfortable. She can do this all day.
Yeah,
and you will not out-technique her, John.
Yeah, last 3 title defenses, to your point, have all gone the 25-minute distance.
Slid up with a high kick. But Andrade's just walking through everything. She's such a little bulldog.
She actually shook it off and said that did nothing. But right now it might not. But by round 3, if you're taking damage, it'll start to pay dividends.
And Joanna slammed another one of those leg kicks in there. And this time slides away from the wild punches, but she's feeling that swelling in her head.
Stiff jab is good for Jędrzejczyk. Just over a minute now to go. Andrade was an outstanding soccer player in her day before transitioning to martial arts.
She caught her with the left on the break and a nice knee to the body before that.
Looks like a speed advantage for the champion here early.
But so far, Andrade is walking through everything.
The Jędrzejczyk camp said they worked a lot on her footwork. Making sure she's not there when Andrade has these big explosions into her.
One more takedown. Oh, boy. Wow.
She's using all strength.
Yeah, that's all strength, right?
Yep. Now, as the fight goes on.
Elbow to the head.
As the fight goes on, those become more difficult.
Looked like maybe that elbow got Andrade's attention. Inside leg kick. Man, she gets that foot up quick. Joanna champion right back to work, attacking that lead leg of Andrade, inside and out.
Yeah, she's picking her apart in these technical striking exchanges. I think Andrade has got to make this a brawl. Like her best moments in the first round, when she landed that hematoma, it was from these wild exchanges. But she's got to push these wild exchanges. She can't wait for them to happen. If she waits for them to happen, you want her to keep doing this, sliding out of the range and slamming that shin into her thigh. I mean, when it comes to just technique versus technique, there's a giant chasm between these two. But when it comes to brawling, Andrade has a real shot to do some damage.
She's much more powerful and very explosive when she can get into these types of raw exchanges. You know, when they're standing in that range, she's in trouble. Now, she's doing a good job of starting to try to mix in some kicks because Jędrzejczyk's just out on the distance, just beating her with kicks right now. You see Jędrzejczyk trying to make sure she doesn't spend too much time with her back towards the fence. She even squares her body up to make sure she has an out on both sides as Andrade starts to pressure her. Watch, she starts to square up here.
Andrade feints. Don't forget, immediately following the main event, recap of all of tonight's action on the FS1 UFC 211 post-fight show. Streams live on Fox Sports Go. For those watching in Canada, flip it over to TSN.
Joe, I'm not sure she's checked any of these kicks.
Yeah, I don't remember her checking any either. I'm just interested to see whether or not she can close the distance or whether or not she gets frantic.
But maybe she needs to. Maybe she needs to just get frantic and go crazy because right now, she is a step behind Jędrzejczyk.
Yeah, and she's taking damage, whereas Jędrzejczyk isn't in these kind of exchanges. She's got to have a sense of urgency to close the distance, like right there, but she needs to do that more.
Joanna thus far too fleet of foot. Andrade pressures again, but Jędrzejczyk out of harm's way.
Not just too fleet of foot, but technical, John. Like the way Andrade is coming after her, she's chasing her. And Jędrzejczyk is cutting corners and moving left and right and anticipating where her outs are gonna be. Andrade is just kind of following her around.
Total strikes decided advantage for the champion as we approach the 2-minute mark in this second round.
Nice right hand to the body.
And Jędrzejczyk is doing a great job of actually mixing up the target, not just head-hutting, going to the body with that jab, going to the body with that right hand. And when she does get close, she grabs the tie clinch, throws a knee, and then circles back to the center of the octagon.
Beautiful job again defensively by the champion. You wonder if frustration might start to creep in for Andrade as she chases.
Like this kind of chasing around, it's also got to be very oh, she stung her. She stung her with that right hand. Oh, again. And then goes the body. Oof. I'll tell you though, man, she better not be there when one of those lands.
She is throwing some wild strikes.
Very, very Vanderlei Silva-esque.
Yes, she is.
Oh, she checked that one.
Couple shots got through for Andrade, now a level change.
She's attacking that high crotch. She must feel like she can get takedowns, which she has with a single leg better than she can do with a double leg.
Beautiful defense by Joanna.
Jędrzejczyk, yep. Allowed herself to just float the position.
Ooh, pop that jab in her face, too.
And you can be sure she'll be buoyed by this pro-champion crowd. Less than a minute now to go in this second round.
But every takedown attempt is a big slam. Nothing's just an easy, clean takedown.
Right.
You saw Frankie Edgar earlier. Everything was clean. The takedowns were quick. He didn't work that hard to get the takedowns, so he was able to secure them. Everything's a big, hard takedown. Nice overhand right by Andrade there.
Yeah, she caught her there. Oh,
she is eating jabs, man.
Might be the best jab in the game, man or woman.
Yeah, it's very possible she has the best jab. Oh, head kick, she hurt her. Oh, and Andrade tagged her. Andrade is a tank, man.
She's tough, man.
Still
working hard for that takedown.
Fatigue. You know, she just looks a little bit confused in round two in terms of trying to find places to actually get damage off on Joanna.
Well, we knew that her chance to win this fight, Andrade, her chance to win this fight would not be a technical contest. It would be these exchanges, right, right there, when she just barely
and she
missed.
Lands.
Yeah.
And she lands. When she does that, she lands.
And when she lands, she's very dangerous. And she's still very game. But you're starting to see some serious swelling, particularly on her left leg. You see it on her calf. You see it on her thigh.
I think that was part of the game plan. Her coaches were telling her that calf kick is really starting to show itself now. Now you need to kick a little lower. Another head kick.
Beautiful.
Goes up so fast.
Yeah, she didn't telegraph that at all. Just popped it up there. Oh.
Now she's flowing. And Andrade continuously questioned what she perceived to be a weak chin on Joanna Jędrzejczyk. It's held up in all of her title defenses, and she's had as good a recoverability as anyone.
Well, if you're fighting a demon, you gotta look for some flaws, you know?
Oh, great level change there. But good defense by the champ.
You gotta look for something, and that's what you're gonna say to yourself. Oh, she can't take a shot if I connect. And meanwhile, if Andrade connects on any woman at 115 pounds, she's got a good chance of putting them unconscious. But it's about connecting, and she's been able to hit her a couple of hard times, especially that one in the forehead in the first round. But since then, this has been a technical dissection by the champion.
Not many people in mixed martial arts fight behind the jab, and Joanna Jędrzejczyk does it really, really well.
Just over 3 minutes here to go. Champion approaching 100 significant strikes landed. We haven't even hit the midpoint of this one. Leg kicks have been a big
And you see Andrade actually switch stances now, John. Hide that leg.
Yep. Leg kicks, how about that? 90% on near 50 attempts.
Oh. She's going high with these kicks.
It's because of the stance change. You know, the left side, you can kick the body and you can go up top a lot easier.
Joanna's got that.
She's really starting to feel it on that left leg. She's limping on it now. And then she tried to throw a kick of her own.
Jab.
Just popping it in there.
Inside kick, jab.
Oh, she clipped her there. Oh, Andrade still very game and dangerous.
Joanna loves this fight, though. She's in there smiling.
Andrade back to southpaw. Jędrzejczyk adjusts almost immediately. Less than 2 minutes now here in this third round.
One's coming high soon, John. Cannot fight this. Oh, she's so fast, so straight, everything just perfect. Everything perfect. Every strike, every kick, every punch, everything's just perfect. She has not thrown one loopy punch yet, Joe. Everything is just straight down the pipe.
Yeah, and if it's loopy, it's because it's loopy on purpose.
Yeah.
It's because she's trying to get around your gloves. Woo! Oh, my goodness.
That one was thrown to end the fight.
Both of them, the head kick and the punch. Andrade still very game. Oh, clipped it coming in.
She sticks, then she moves. No wasted motion. Jędrzejczyk again circling out of harm's way, just
Nice
over a minute.
stiff jab to the body there. Oh, she wobbled on that one. She landed that leg kick, and Andrade's leg buckled.
It's
Total strikes.
Woo, clipped her with the left.
It's like a boxing fight, Joe. You see those guys going to the body early and they have no effect. But by round 7, 8, 9, you start to see the hands drop. Man, she can hardly stand now. And if she was a step behind before when she was fresh, how do you think she feels now that she's barely able to step on that leg?
Yeah, and you're seeing frustration in her, and she's absolutely just chasing her now, which sets up a counter if Joanna can time it. But meanwhile, that forehead, that lump in the forehead is getting worse on Joanna. It started to re-pump up this round. It's looking pretty nasty. That's got to be from one of the punches that landed in this round.
Andrade making it a firefight. But largely a dominant round once again for the champion.
See Andrade get cut.
When Andrade does fight southpaw, she doesn't follow as much as she does whenever she's fighting conventional. She actually tries to step forward, cut off the octagon. Watch Andrade, look at her right foot. She's kind of trying to set a trap by stepping to her right. But when she goes conventional, she literally just follows Joanna in a circle.
Champ lands upstairs. She continues to score here early in round 4. Andrade maybe trying to work her way inside to get one of those takedowns.
Or just throw a barrage of punches, John. She has to not go strike for strike because she's so much faster, Jędrzejczyk is. Look at that, in a circle. Now watch, Jędrzejczyk's back is gonna beat to the center.
Just a pleasure to watch this champion work.
We also have to remember that Joanna has had some issues with her hands. She's had some broken hands in the past. So keep an eye on that.
For someone with the movement of Jędrzejczyk, it's very difficult to find her with your hands. You gotta kick more.
Yeah.
That is when you have to be throwing more kicks. That's the only way to catch someone that you're actually having to chase the whole time.
Jędrzejczyk came in with a takedown defense near 82%. She already owns the single fight leg kick record of 70.
Whoa. Oh, man.
She hurt her with that. They're all starting to pile up, as you were talking about earlier, Daniel.
Can't fault the effort of Jéssica Andrade again, still moving forward, trying to find a home for one of those hooks, but
finally where she needs to be here. On the inside, controlling an underhook. Hopefully she's gonna actually try to switch down to a shot. But even on her takedown so far, she has not been able to control Jędrzejczyk and keep her down for an extended period of time.
Good use of the head by Andrade. A good short shot from Jędrzejczyk. Jędrzejczyk's trying to turn her around. Nice knee to the body.
so we mentioned her personal best UFC record, 70 leg kicks landed, 60 thus far. Still has 7 minutes potentially with which to work here.
A lot of times you'll watch fighters and they'll try to throw those knees on the inside and you see the opponent attack a leg. Jędrzejczyk always makes sure to frame her opponent away before she throws those knees in close. Not only does she get more velocity on the knee, she actually gives herself a chance to react if they do attack a shot.
Almost takedown there, but again, Joanna defends it.
And frustration has to be setting in, because you're trying to take her down. And even when you get 90% of the way, she gets right back up. Ooh.
Champion right back to work off of that jab. She'll go to that right high kick periodically off of that jab. But at times, it looks like it's a training session for her.
She buckled her leg with that last leg kick.
And if you pay close attention early in the fight, Jędrzejczyk, right hand.
That got it.
Look at Andrade just eats it and moves forward like she's angry that she got hit. She's so tough.
Now you see the combinations extending for Jędrzejczyk. Now they're not only 1-2 punch combinations, they're 3 or 4 strikes at a time.
She went high with that kick. It's amazing, the chin on Andrade.
There it is, look.
I mean, she has just taken a ton of punishment in this fight and continues to walk forward. And continues to be dangerous.
Yeah, she's not giving up on herself. She's in there still trying to win the fight.
Oh, nice knee. Oh, nice. Took on the break.
Just a massive discrepancy in hand speed. Waning seconds of this 4th round.
And the movement hasn't slowed down at all for Jędrzejczyk.
You did perhaps see some frustration setting in for Jéssica Andrade, as if to say, what exactly is it going to take?
Well, she realized she's in there with the next level. I mean, one of the most technical strikers ever in MMA.
Because in her last fight, these strikes landed.
Yeah.
These big hooks and these right hands, they landed. You know, so it's just a much, much different level on the feet. And now that Jędrzejczyk has shored up the hole in the wrestling, it's a real problem.
You got that takedown defense to keep the fight where you want it. She stuffed 9 of 11 Andrade shots unofficially.
As if Joanna Jędrzejczyk wasn't a problem enough. Now she can wrestle.
And her entire life revolves around this goal. Tunnel vision when it comes to this belt, defending it.
Pops that jab.
And this is the 5th round of a championship fight. She hadn't lost a step.
No, never stops, John. Never stops.
Yeah, constantly on the balls of her feet, constantly switching movement, left to right, right to left, angles.
And Joe, you can speak to it. It's just years of striking repetitions, you know?
John, not just that, but doing it perfectly. Excellent coaching. And championship level striking. I mean, when you're dealing with a championship level in Muay Thai, you're dealing with arguably the most effective striking discipline in the world today. And she was a multiple-time world champion.
And make no mistake about it, Jéssica Andrade, a most worthy opponent, certainly earned this crack tonight.
Look at her still. She's still in there going after it. I mean, look at what this woman did to Jessica Penne. Look at what she did to Carlo Esparza. I mean, Joanna's a beast, and Andrade is still pressing forward, and she's still game. Look at her. She's getting tagged. She's still moving her head and swinging bombs. She just is getting outgunned. She's just simply out-techniqued. She's fighting the champion, and the champion's on another level. And also, I'm sorry, but also Andrade is only 25.
Right.
It's another thing to take into consideration.
She's still very young.
It just seems like these contenders, they have their moment early, but if you don't get Jędrzejczyk out of there, it makes for tough sledding the rest of the way. That's certainly been the narrative tonight.
The only one that has been able to compete with her was
Claudia
Gadelha. That's the only one that's been able to compete with her consistently, but she's won both fights in which they've fought. Now, the thing is, Joe, we talked about this in the Masvidal fight. We talked about Joanna. There's no tell on the strikes, but Andrade always dips before. Look at that. She always dips before she attacks. That's her tell.
You know, used to dip Joe Frazier.
Yeah, but
still knocked a lot of people out.
Yeah, but every time, Joanna sees her coming, and then she kind of olays her and gets out the way. Look at that.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yep.
That's her tell. She drops her hands and she starts to dip. Look.
Andrade connected with a right hand early in this round. It's also causing a swelling on the left cheek of Joanna.
Right. Every time she hits her.
Yeah, she's got rocks in her hands.
Is part of that dip because she's on the wrong end of the reach equation?
Yes, exactly. She's trying to find angles and ways to actually close the distance.
Also, she's got murderous intentions on every punch she throws. She's trying to put everything behind it. She's got those tree trunk legs. She's trying to push off those things. And, oh, beautiful.
Nice.
Kind of a shovel hook there.
Nice elbow.
Oh, she hurt it with that elbow.
Because that elbow's landing.
She's going to head kick her.
Yes, she is.
She looked for it.
Well, from a conditioning standpoint, Andrade certainly put herself in position to win this fight here tonight.
She's in great shape, John.
Oh, no question. To endure this kind of punishment.
Yeah.
And also, you've got a real chance to look at her willpower and determination. She's clearly outclassed, but she is just never stepping back. I mean, this is a worthy challenger.
Yeah, and they'll see each other again because I don't know who else can do this to Jéssica Andrade. She's that tough.
Yeah, I agree with you.
They'll see each other again.
Andrade stalking, flat-footed, moving forward. Oof. 30 seconds now to go.
Wow, and Andrade just never stops coming.
Never stops. Unbelievable forward pressure.
And Joanna took a big look at the clock.
Nothing safe, though, about this 5th round approach from Jędrzejczyk.
No, man, and Andrade has the willpower, you know, the willpower to continue when you're dealing with this level of adversity.
Yeah.
To never give up on yourself.
Oh, yeah. No, she is a fighter. Oh, she tagged her with the right hand there.
Joanna Jędrzejczyk, Jéssica Andrade go the distance. Standing ovation from the sellout crowd here in Dallas tonight.
I am equally impressed. I'm equally impressed with the skill and technique of Joanna and with the willpower and the heart of Andrade.
Yeah.
I mean, that was amazing.
Unreal.
This fight replay is brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you.
As you said before, John, challengers have success early. They always do. But as the fight goes on, Jędrzejczyk starts to take over. Andrade had her moments early in the fight, middle of the fight, but as it went on, and the championship level of experience of Joanna started to show itself. Look at that. High kick off of a jab. Feint right hand high kick, then just a high kick. Beautiful, quick jab. Andrade tried to switch stances, outside leg kick to the opposite side, high kick on the other side. Big old hematoma on her head. Little bit tired, but still masterful performance by Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score the contest 50-45, 50-44, and 50-45 for the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC strawweight champion of the world, Joanna Jędrzejczyk.